Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of You Awaken in a Strange Place, a TTRPG written by Jacob Andrews of the Drawfee channel that we're going to be playing here tonight. This is a one-shot. This is going to be one night only, fully improvised, rules light, improv heavy kind of TTRPG. We're really excited to bring this to you. I'm going to pass it around the table and let everybody introduce themselves. Go ahead, Brierly. Briar.
Hey everyone, I'm Briar/Aethlin. Really excited to be here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. A popcorn to someone else?
Yeah, Tony.
Tony.
I'm Tony. I'm also pretty excited to be here. I've never played this format. I've definitely done a little bit of my fair share of D&D 5e, but not a whole lot of improv outside of that, so we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. All right, and those are our new players. We've got returning players, Ronnie.
Hey everybody, I'm Ronnie. I have a art page that I never really post on called MS Paint Trash that you can check up. And
one of the best places on the internet.
Yes. But, yeah. I look forward to gaming tonight.
Me too, buddy. Me too. And Sasha.
Hello. Sorry, due to technical difficulties, I don't have my face on there right now. But yeah, I've been doing these games quite a bit, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of chaos, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, I pretty much am just one of the regular players here, so.
Hell yeah. We're glad to have you back, Sasha. You bring a real I don't give a fuck energy to the game.
It's a part of the pure chaos.
And I love it. Absolutely. So we are assembled tonight to play You Awaken in a Strange Place. The best part of this is you don't have to have even read the rulebook. The rules are very simple, and we're going to get right on into it. What I'm going to have all of my players do, each of you is going to roll 2d6 for me. Don't reveal your results right away. I will go down the row with you. And Briar.
That would be a 2.
A 2? Alrighty. Sasha.
10.
10. Ronnie.
7.
7. And Tony.
4.
4. Okay. So, what I'm going to have you do now is, Sasha, you are going to think of an adjective. Just keep it in your head for a moment. I will get to you. We're going to have Ronnie, you're going to think of an adjective for us. And Tony, I'm going to have you think of a location for us. Take a moment. Don't be afraid to get creative with it. So, Sasha, do you have a genre for us tonight?
Genre? Okay. I thought I got told adjective and my brain went elsewhere.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm tired just getting back from work, so I'm a little tired. Let's go with a comedy today. That's a genre, comedy.
Interesting. Okay. Comedy. Alrighty. Ronnie, do you have an adjective for me?
Swampy.
A swampy comedy. Okay. All right. And Tony, do you have a location?
Does it have to be one word?
No. Not at all.
The Forest Moon Endor.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, I don't know if y'all watch the Ewok Adventures like I watch the Ewok Adventures, but Swampy Comedy definitely fits the Forest Moon of Endor. Right. Okay. Interesting. I love it. Okay. Okay. We have a lot to go on already. That is exactly what we're looking for in this game. So, now that we have your genre, adjective, and location for the game, we're going to start making some statements. In the same turn order, you are each going to make a statement about the world that immediately as you say it becomes true. So this can be a detail about the environment. This can be a detail about the people that inhabit it, the kinds of society that they have, but is a core tenet that makes the world more complex. Let your mind wander, be as creative as you would like to be. And I said 3, but I meant 4. Each of you are going to have the opportunity to make a statement about the world. So, in that same turn order, we're going Sasha, Ronnie, Tony, Briar. Feel free, take a minute and think about it. And Sasha, whenever you're ready, tell me a statement about the world.
Their form of currency is leaves.
That tracks, absolutely. Forest Moon of Endor's currency is leaves. Wait. I spelled leaves as in I left the room. Or leaves the room.
Okay, no one's checking your spelling. For you. Do whatever you want.
Thank you. No, it's an excellent point. So, Ronnie, could you give me a statement about the world that will therefore become, or thereafter become true?
Hmm. Cat litter sandwich is the national everyone's favorite dish on this planet.
Oh man, cat litter sandwiches are such a delicacy. Cat litter is in a shortage, how are Ewoks supposed to poop?
I'm getting like flashbacks of a Nickelodeon show about cat litter sandwiches. Is that?
Yeah, I feel like that's in something.
Is it Ren and
Would it
Stimpy?
be Angry? No, was it Angry Beavers?
Maybe Angry
No.
Beavers. Yeah, I have a picture of someone biting into a cat litter sandwich.
Yeah, I have a distinct memory of cat litter sandwiches being like a thing I thought that something ate. Yeah, Nickelodeon. Shout out to those absolute freakazoids. All right, Tony, we are at you, my friend. What is a statement about the world that you would like to be true from here on out?
Everyone is completely unaware of Star Wars. It doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
So this is players and people within the story.
It's non-existent as far as anyone is concerned.
All right, no Star Wars references, guys.
Really just backpedaling on choosing Endor as the location, to be honest. But
You know, I as we develop, because next step is to give all of this more detail. I think Endor is going to be its own version of Endor. It'll be our version of Endor, where Star Wars doesn't exist and everybody eats fucking cat litter sandwiches.
oh yeah.
So we are at Briar. What is a idea you have for this world, my friend?
So people don't walk around. They have tiny little jets at the bottom of their feet that they kind of like hover, but still step, but hover above the ground. And if you are sick, then your hovers don't work and you have to walk on the ground. And that's sad. I guess. Is that too in depth?
No, that is exactly the kind of nonsense that we need here. So let me just get this more concisely.
Right, yeah.
Hover jets on people's feet replaces their ability to walk. It's not like they can't walk. It's that when they walk, it's modified by these hover boots that are biologically a part of them.
Yeah, it's just like air coming out of your feet.
So it's not even like it's like okay, it's like pressurized air.
It's just air that makes you hover above the ground. And like little kids don't know how to regulate their air yet, so they're kind of like everywhere.
Okay, a biologic hover feet, I think, is the best, most concise way of getting this out. Biological or biomechanical?
Biological's fine.
Yeah.
You know. Hover feet. Okay.
Do they wear shoes?
Nope. Otherwise, you can't hover.
Just barefoot all times.
Mm-hmm. Unless your hovers aren't working.
It is a swampy comedy, after all.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to wear their shoes in the swamp? You're gonna lose them to Shrek. He'll take your shoes.
You'll get swamp foot, which is a thing. It's not good.
I was ready for someone to make a Shrek reference whenever Swampy got brought up, and then the moon. I was like, oh no.
Well, as the person running this game, for a live stream event like on Twitch, like we're doing right now, it would be kind of like it would be bad business to not mention Shrek to get us, that part of the algorithm. It's my responsibility to try. You know what okay. So we have a swampy comedy set on the forest moon of Endor, where the currency is leaves, people eat cat litter sandwiches, there's no Star Wars, and biological hover feet have replaced the just normal fleshy ones that you or I or maybe Ewoks would have. So we are going to go back down this line, or actually it's more of an open forum at this point. We're just trying to take all of these elements and add a little bit of detail to them. So we already talked about the forest moon of Endor kind of being its own a version of that. So our Endor, which I think recently we played a game where we had a situation where someone was like, it's Mordor but legally distinct, and I think this is a similar kind of vibe. So we at that point we decided we would spell Mordor backwards and ended up with Rodrum, I think it was. So Endor backwards would be Rodden, which is maybe too close. But
what if we name it Enron?
Enron. No, it is the swamp after all. So Enron, the forest moon of Enron. I love.
How about Rond End?
Rond End?
Or Ron End.
Ron End. With
You don't have to.
I liked Enron.
We'll keep the company. I mean, the planet Enron.
I think it's perfect. Especially everyone eats cat litter sandwiches. It's the swamp. No Star Wars. It makes sense, if you think about it. But so it's the forest moon of Enron. It's swampy. It's a comedy. Okay, so I think we already have a nice segue into what makes this a comedy on its face, which is leaves and cat litter sandwiches, the currency and the food of choice of this world. But I think defining the idea of comedy, everybody's kind of like favorite comedy they've seen recently, or like an all-time favorite, just a comedy that you like.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay, that's like a road trip comedy kind of thing, right?
Yeah, road comedy.
Oh, road trip comedies
Okay.
are good. I'm also thinking like Mighty Python, Monty Python.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, I think road trip would actually work pretty well, considering we've already had a little bit of focus on currency and food. Plus, biological hover feet is a pretty interesting way to have a road trip. But what do you think if they were taking a road trip? What kind of would they have? Would they just be hover ambulating, ambulating, or would they be driving? Would they be on a? I mean, it is a swamp. Would they have one of those cool fan boats?
Ooh, okay. So the feet blow the fan. You push the boat.
Now that's some shit I can get into.
Everybody just puts their feet up to the fan and it pushes the boat. Is that how physics work?
It's like the Flintstones, but
It is in this
We
world.
can make it work that way.
Yeah. Like the Flintstones.
I love
yep.
it. Okay, I'm just getting a few notes down. Feel free to just say stuff, whatever you think would be a lovely way to tie all these ideas together.
Maybe there's a like a restaurant that has the best cat litter sandwiches. And the road trip is to like go to the restaurant with all of our leaves and buy cat litter sandwiches.
Okay. I love that. So, is this like a Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, where like the nearest cat litter sandwich restaurant is like pretty far away? You have to make a whole trip for it.
Yeah, Crunch Donald's.
Crunch Donald. Okay. Fan boats blown by feet to take them to Crunch Donald's. Okay. And they're gonna pay with leaves. Is it a specific kind of leaf, or are all the trees just picked bare?
catnip.
Oh,
Catnip leaves? Oh my god.
brilliant.
So there are still there's a specific type of leaf that is used for currency. All of the rest of the leaves are fine as they are. They're not for whatever for whatever reason. Those leaves aren't worth money, but these leaves, they're worth money. Or
Yeah,
they
how
are
else
money.
do we get the cat litter sandwiches, right? We got to have cats, happy cats, to use the litter so that we can get the sandwiches.
That's how that works. Absolutely.
Gotta use cat
100%.
litter. Nobody likes.
So it is used. It's used litter then. We're eating.
Gotta be.
You got to have the roca. Cat litter roca is the real delicacy. I mean, if it's just plain cat litter, it's like what? You're gonna eat a hamburger without ketchup?
It's all crunch and no bite.
Yeah. You don't get that sweet chew.
I've been visiting like a hot
Oh.
dog station with.
Maybe part of why there is no Star Wars and there's no awareness of it is that it's also very like there's very little technology. There's no television or internet, or it's a highly rustic society.
Oh. No, obviously. The society it's a so it's at a stage in society where they're like doing agriculture, but on a fairly limited scale.
Yeah,
And
growing
that's
a lot of whatever you use to make cat litter, right?
they haven't hit the industrial era yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Agrarian culture. Perfect. So, it's an agrarian culture. They haven't hit the industrial revolution, but they are doing fast food restaurants and fan both.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Because
Well,
the
the fan
feed on
boats,
the
I imagine. Yeah, I imagine the fan boats like I've been building shit in Tears of the Kingdom, where it's just like I imagine like you just have the light platform, you have the sail, and then you just you got your feet up like pointed at the sail, and that's how you move across the swamp.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still a fairly rudimentary vehicle, but it's faster than trying to get the like native animals to pull the platforms across the swamp because they the harnesses tend to drag and you end up getting mud everywhere. It's just not fun. Speaking of which, and it isn't Star Wars, so is there like in this agrarian culture, is there like a type of livestock that's typically being either used to do work, or are they used for food, or is cat litter almost like one of the exclusive things that people eat?
I'm trying to think of like what the opposite of a cat is, and that would be a dog. But also, I love dogs so much that I don't want to like.
Argue the opposite of a cat is gorilla.
Oh, they're pretty strong.
Yeah, they're big. They're not as stealthy. I guess a gorilla could sneak me in the jungle. I mean, we all know this. And that's not just me. I think it's not an untypical, right? Like they're obviously big and they can be loud, but I feel like in their natural habitat, they're pretty stealthy, right? So maybe I'm wrong on this one. What's a not stealthy animal? Because that's what I think of when I think of cat.
A not stealthy animal.
An animal that's like
An ostrich.
Yeah. That's a great example of a not stealthy animal. Ostriches are dumb as fuck. Okay.
Or you can just pick an emo that's just cruel.
Well, I was gonna say, what was the
Emos
honey
are
badgers?
mean.
Honey badgers don't give
yeah.
a fuck. Is the thing. So I'm just gonna write the couple notes there. Honey badgers.
I like ostrich.
And what was the other animal? Ostrich?
Because they're pretty big and cats are pretty small, and they're birds and cats are feline. So birds, like feather, fur, pretty opposite.
So, what are some types of like we've talked a little bit about like the animalian population. What about the kind of more human society part of the population? Is there regular ass humans there? Are they like swamp thing people?
I don't know why everyone's green.
Everyone's green. Yeah, like I'm sure that there's multiple types of people inhabiting this lush, beautiful world that's swampy and forested. There's enough leaves of catnip leaves to make it a currency. So, life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
So what else? Green people. Are there like are there honey badger people, ostrich people as well? cat people.
I can see the green people use the ostriches as mounts.
Oh. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. To like ride an ostrich.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Interesting, because ostriches are flightless birds, and we have air coming out of our feet.
Yes.
There's something there.
There is. I mean, that's it's comedy on its own, just as is. You know, you've got a big bird that can't fly and tiny people that can, despite not having like the feathers or wings that the ostrich has. They are much better able to traverse the air. Actually, we'd probably be similarly able, because it's not like ostriches can't like glide short distances and stuff. So it's almost like we're equal to an ostrich in our flight
We
power.
ride them.
I know, it's a good time.
The mind fuck.
Like sometimes, yeah. I mean, horses walk and we still ride them. All right. Cool. I mean, we have quite a bit to go on from here. We could pretty much move on to character creation, unless any of you have more you want to add to this.
I don't have anything so far.
You guys have a pretty clear picture of what this world looks like and ready to proceed. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's roll up some characters. I'm going to have you each roll one more time for me. Whenever you're ready, Briar, let me know your result.
4.
And Sasha.
I got a 5.
And Ronnie.
11.
And Tony.
3.
All right. That is awesome. So, Ronnie, we're going to start with you, my friend. Feel free to take a moment before we get into this. We're going to create your character first. So just to let you all know, you'll obviously see this by watching Ronnie, but we're going to go through kind of a general description of the character, and then we're going to come up with 4 skill verbs that apply to your character. Something that they're amazing at, and you're going to get a +2. Something that you're good at, you're going to get a +1. A skill you're bad at, that you will get a -1. And a skill you're horrible at, which you will get a -2 in. And that's kind of the basics of the builds here. Of course, in any character creation, I always forget to mention this, so I'm going to tell you now. You're always allowed to empower yourselves with any items you think your character might have and might want to use during the course of the quest. There is no limit but reason. Giving yourself a teleportation device that would take you and everyone else directly to the cat litter or the Crunch Donalds would take the fun out of the game. I will find a way to make you suffer for it as well. So keep that in mind. Ronnie, are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. You got a name yet?
No. I'm not ready, really.
We'll come back around to the name. Do you have an idea? Like, what's the type of character you're trying to play tonight?
He's a guy that talks like this.
The guy that talks like that. So a gruff individual.
Yeah.
A gruff and grumbly guy. Would you say your character is a loving, caring person, or more of a miscreant, more of a misanthrope?
Oh no, I got love for everybody.
A very loving. Are you what's your family life like? Do you have kids, wife? Do you live at home with your parents? What's your deal going?
Never married. Oh man, this voice is hard to do.
You could change voices every 5 minutes, for as far as I'm concerned, my friend. You. I believe and trust you.
Aw.
Never been married. No kids.
A single, loving, single.
I've got no one. No one loves
Oh.
me, but I love everybody.
That's beautiful. No one loves you romantically. Yet. Who knows what'll happen during the course of this game? You're a loving single bachelor. Anything could happen in a comedy.
Yeah, that's actually like a main plot line in a comedy.
Typically, you're absolutely right. What's this bachelor do for a living?
I work at the cat litter factory.
So you are a cat litterer.
Yes.
What's your role at the cat litter factory? Do you make the kitty roca?
No, I'm the general manager.
General manager of the kitty litter factory. Dang. Impressive. Did you go to school for that?
No, I got my job through my dad.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a big fan.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Nepo babies, we talk a lot of shit, but you gotta eat, so I can't blame you too much,
You get to eat a lot of kitty litter then?
Oh, so much kitty litter sandwiches.
Are you a regular green person like most of the rest of the people on this planet? Or are you a different breed of person?
No, I'm green.
Green guy. Nepo baby. But apologetic for it. Okay, we've got quite a bit on paper here. Do you have a name for him? I'm coming back around.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, gotta come naturally, man. We feel free to come back at any point, but unless you have more for me on your character, I'm gonna start with your skill verbs.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. What is something that you are amazing at? You're +2.
Multitasking.
Multitasking. I love it. Okay. And what is something that you're good at?
Eating kitty litter sandwiches.
Eating. Okay. What is something that you are bad at?
Love.
Oh. Okay. What's something about you that you are horrible at?
Sleep. I'm an insomniac.
Oh man.
I haven't slept in 20 years.
Oh no.
Oh.
Same.
Feels like that sometimes for sure.
You might need to see a doctor. All right.
I don't need a
Again,
doctor. Just hand me another energy drink.
Oh no.
No.
It's gonna hurt your tummy. Don't do that. All right. So that is Ronnie. Of course, Ronnie, please feel free to update me if you have changes or anything else you want to add to it. Of course, we'll come to your name later. But we're moving on to who was next? It was Sasha. Sasha, who are you playing tonight?
Awesome. I got a fun one for you.
Love it.
My name is Jonji Olive Skin.
Jonji, Jonji or Gi?
Jongee.
Gee, okay. Jonji Olive Skin.
Olive Skin. Now I come from a very long line of ostrich breeders.
Ostrich breeder, okay. Legacy ostrich breeder, I should say. Sorry, gotta put the respect on
it. Long line of ostrich breeders.
Okay. All right, John G. Tell me more about yourself, my friend.
Oh, well, presently I live by myself, and Mommy and Poppy are over on another farm somewhere over yonder. I don't even know. I lost count. I lost track. I don't care no more. So they're somewhere over there. I live by myself. I don't have any children, despite Mama calling me all the time, going, "Oh, gee, when are you going to have me some grandbabies?" And I just don't. So,
Do you own the property, or is it family property?
Oh, it's a family property.
What's the word for what's the a debutante or something like that? It's like a southern inheritor of like a lot of wealth and property. I feel like
I don't know. I just get a check from Mommy and Daddy every other week.
So you don't even have to be good at what you do. You're a medium ostrich breeder at best, aren't you?
No, I'm really good at making sure I know which ostrich should go with which ostrich.
What are you breeding them for? Strength, agility,
depending on what you want.
I see.
I'm really good at breeding.
So you are an expert at your job. You just don't have to be. It's just something that you are. Do you care about it? Is it something that you're really passionate about?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely love it. I love doing all that stuff all the time. It is so much fun. I love making sure an ostrich is with another ostrich, and that way those ostriches can make baby ostriches. I love it. It is so much fun.
What's your favorite ostrich's name? I assume they'll be joining us.
Oh, that is Oreo.
Oriole?
Yeah, he's a golden one. I love him.
Okay.
He's a good stud.
Oh my god. Oh, the way that you said that. Oh my god. You are, I'm assuming, another. Well, I don't even need to ask. With a name like Olive Skin, do I?
Of course not.
Okay.
We come from a long line of beautiful olive green skin.
Beautiful. Oriole. So you're a bachelorette, and you prefer it that way.
Give and take. Sometimes I don't really know. I don't know. Mama always pressuring me that when she gonna get some grandbabies, but I don't need any. I don't know if I want any. I ain't had any. I don't know if I might just die alone. I don't know. I can hire out somebody to take the farm over in case they wanna.
I thought you were gonna say you were hiring somebody to take care of something else for you. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's your whole bag. Is you are the expert, passionate legacy ostrich breeder who's kind of not necessarily too close to her family because they're always pressuring her to have children, and that's not something you want to do.
Oh yeah, they always want me to settle down and get married, and I'm always like, no, Mama, I'll wait till I'm ready. I'm just not ready.
Perfect. Is there other interests or things that you like to do as a hobby or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love playing with needles. I love making knitting, crochet crafts. It's so much fun. I made Oreo a cute little sweater one time. Kind of hated it, but I
Aw.
still made him wear it.
That's adorable. So you're also a clothing maker. You make clothes for your ostrich. I'm assuming yourself and other people who might want some clothes.
I mean, to a degree, I can. I've done a little bit on like side commissionary stuff, but I don't really. I do more for fun more than anything. I mean, if you want to buy some, I'll make it.
No, I actually love that. So you're not by trade a clothing designer. You just enjoy it, and people have enjoyed your work enough where they have actually commissioned it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Anything else before we get to your skills?
Not really.
Perfect. What is something that you are amazing at? You're +2.
I'm really good at breeding ostriches.
Breeding ostriches. We're gonna call that ostrich handling for the purposes of this game. Sound good?
That works. That works.
I meant to mention it earlier. You all have access to these skills. So all of Ronnie's skills, multitasking, eating, love, and insomnia, you have access to those skills. You won't be getting a plus or a minus to any of them. You'll be rolling flat for those. But you do have those skills available to you. I might ask you to roll for it at different points in the game. Yeah, you'll be rolling flat for those unless they are your skills specifically. So feel free to write them down. I'll go back over them once they're all assembled. Thank you, Sasha. Sorry for that. What is your plus
you're
one?
fine.
Something you're good at?
Something I'm good at. I gotta say, I'm pretty good at knitting and crocheting.
Perfect. I'm going to shorten that to costuming if that works for you.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Alrighty. Oops. What is something that you're bad at?
Bad. Let's see. I'd say sometimes I'm bad at communication. Sometimes, like I just forget to tell somebody something, and one of my underling workers looks at me, and they just go, "You told me to do what?" And I'd be like, "What?"
Okay. Not an expert communicator. Perfect. I mean, you're so independent that just sometimes you forget to
I'm
tell
pretty
people what you're doing.
stubborn. Yeah, I got my daddy's stubbornness.
Perfect. What is your -2, my friend? Something you're horrible at.
Ostrich riding.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay, so that might make me rethink your +2.
That's not. It's a balance thing. It's a balance thing. I sit on them, but for some reason I can't stay on them. It's not them going out of control. It's because I'm clumsy.
All right. So I'm changing your +2 from ostrich handling to ostrich breeding because that is what you meant, and that is what it is intended to be.
Yeah.
And then this will be ostrich riding. You know what? We're going to call this one ostrich handling because then all of you have access, to yeah. No, wait, ostrich riding, ostrich handling, it doesn't matter either way. When you guys roll that, when everyone rolls it, it'll be,
What about ostrich?
it won't matter what way I put it. What?
Like ostrich husbandry? She breeds them and cares for them. That's like husbandry.
Okay.
I don't know.
We can change that. Ostrich husbandry. Perfect. Okay. Sasha, is there anything else?
No, not really.
All right, my friend. We are through with Jonji. Next up, we have Briar. What do you got for me?
My character is Skylar, and she owns a small business in a quaint little town where she bakes her own bread for
Aw.
little sandwiches. And she also makes jams and mustards and other accoutrements or accoutrement that you would put on a cat litter sandwich. She is neon green, which has caused some contention in her life in the past, but she's kind of grown into it now. Because she's very bright and she wouldn't, she doesn't want to be spotted at night, but she's kind of hard to miss. Let's see. So she really enjoys touring the country to find the best cat litter that she can pair with her jams and breads. And her hobbies include ostrich rodeo and archery. And one day she hopes to be able to hit a bullseye while riding an ostrich with her bow and arrow.
Okay. Hold on one second. This is really
Is that
lovely. I
too
want to
much
make sure I
notes?
have all this down. No, I just want to make sure I have it all written down because the story it sounds like I'm gonna definitely playing into some of this stuff for what we're doing later. So you are neon green, which is like outlying not majority of the populace's pigmentation.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you own a bakery / like condiments store. Okay.
Yeah, like a little jam.
Love it. You love to travel, and you had a reason for the traveling. What was it again? Oh, no. Sorry, you go.
Oh, to find the best cat litter to pair with my jams and mustards.
Perfect. Traveling. Kitty litter sommelier. Wants to find the best. And then you are an expert ostrich rider and archer.
I would say it's a hobby. Not so much an expert,
sorry.
but yeah, it's a hobby, and I hope to one day be able to shoot a bullseye, but while on the ostrich.
Right. Okay, so ostrich rider. Perfect. Yeah, tell me more about your character. You tell me you're a business owner, what you like to do on your free time. Are you, did you say you were single? You live alone or something like that?
Oh,
Are we all just single individuals that live alone?
yeah, I guess let's just go on. Let's continue on with that. Yeah.
I like this. This is great.
Okay, I do have a
Awesome.
roommate for economical reasons.
How many? Oh, okay.
I do have a roommate, yeah.
Is it like a friendly thing or is it more just like, a convenience thing?
We hold different schedules, so I don't really see her that much, but
Okay.
helps.
Actually, tell me your roommate's name.
Cypress.
Cypress. I love it. Okay.
It actually is a really cool name, now that I think about it.
Yeah. Roommate Cypress. Convenience. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to Skylar?
No, I think that's good for now. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So, what is something Skylar is excellent at? You're +2.
Skylar is really good at finances. She can really count those catnip leaves and put them in the bank or the bag, wherever the leaves are stored. She's really good at saving up and, finances.
Oh, yeah. No,
Just,
definitely.
really good at.
So good. Okay. What is something you're good at?
I'm going to give archery a +1 because,
Mhm.
It's a hobby, but I'm not expert, but also, I don't know, I'm getting pretty good.
Yeah. And, in the meta aspect, it helps the table. Now everyone has an archery skill.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So what is something you're bad at?
Let's see. Willpower.
Ooh. Interesting. Great at finances, bad at willpower is a very interesting combination. I love that duality. This is a real character. I'm loving it. What is something that you are horrible at?
Something that I'm horrible at is, let's see. I'm allergic to cats.
Allergic to cats.
Oh no!
Oh no, kitty litter is gonna kill you.
I love
No,
it.
it's really just a dander thing, and it's not all the time. But I can have litter, but I can't really be around cats. That's not really a skill, but it is what it
It's
is.
not, but tell you what, it is tonight. That's beautiful. All right. We are at Tony. Tony, right. Only one we haven't done so far. I could have done process of elimination, but I went back and checked my notes. Tony, who are you playing tonight, my friend?
My character's name is Merle McGubbin.
Merle
McGubbin.
Gubbin.
Merle is a buck-toothed, swamp shack dwelling, swill guzzling, absent father. He likes fishing and distilling a swill. And he does have a family back home, but they don't really get to see a whole lot of him. He just kind of hangs out around the swamps and, bums around from one buddy's house to the next, seeing who's got the best swill.
Oh my God! So you're a moonshiner. You're a absentee father. You're a traveler. You don't have like a home.
I got the shack back home with the wife and kids in it, but every time I'm around, they're just, you just stop drinking, you just stop wrestling, all kinds of stupid shit. I don't got time for that.
That's amazing. Okay, absentee father. So you're still with your wife, and you still think of yourself as a father, but you are not in their lives at all.
I like to think I'm a good role model for my kids. I'm showing them how to, go out and be in the world and really make it on their own,
Oh, this is too relatable. Oh my God. Okay. You said you like to wrestle.
Actually, wrestling's my -1. I think I'm good at it, but I really ain't.
So you are a wrestler, but you're really bad at it.
I wouldn't say it's sport so much as just, it kind of just the natural progression of things after a couple bottles of swill with my fellas, sometimes we just end up wrestling in the swamp.
Merle, I'm going to ask you this, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Is it a gay thing?
My relationship with my buddies is purely platonic.
All right, don't get mad. Don't get defensive. I'm just asking.
28.
Platonic.
Merle is just getting defensive.
No, I understand, Merle. I'm sorry. I don't mean to question your masculinity.
That's right.
But you do like to wrestle in the mud with them, and preferably with less clothes than not, right?
Yeah, it's manlier that way,
Manlier, yeah,
Yeah.
manlier that way. I agree. I also like to mud wrestle with men naked.
Me too.
Yeah.
Local sport.
Okay, so Merle McGovern, moonshiner, absentee father, wrestler, not gay. That's my notes for you so far. What else can you tell me about Merle? Yeah.
Merle, most of his free time outside of bumming around, drinking swill, and distilling it with his buddies, he'll do some mud fishing. You just gotta get a stick with a string on it, and you can stick, some kitty litter or whatever you got on the end there. Throw it in a little pond, see what you got.
What's your usual catch?
Mudfish.
Mudfish. I should have guessed. Okay. Mudfish are for mudfish.
I also carry this little club on me. And once you pull them on out of the mud, they're real squirrely little guys. You got to give them a good bite, knock them out.
But of course, where would an absentee father be without moonshine and smacking a fish after he catches them? I would know nothing about this from my own personal experience that I am relating to right now. It's amazing. So mudfisher for mudfish, and clubbing, but not in the dance way. Oh my god. Also, yeah. Anyway, what else can you tell me about Merle?
That's all I got written.
That's great. No, I think that's a lot, and I really love all of the detail. This is a really interesting character. You guys are giving me a lot to work with tonight. Give me your +2, something you're amazing at.
Jury rigging.
This isn't like
making it work.
This isn't like the legal process, jury rigging, but making broken shit work. Yeah.
Craftsmanship on a very rudimentary level.
That's such a good way to say it.
No, yeah. Absolutely. What is your +1, something you're great or good at?
Fishing. New G.
What is something that you are bad at?
Wrestling.
Have you tried noodling?
Oh man.
We don't do that. Me and my buddies, noodling is strictly forbidden.
No. Noodling is when you catch fish with your hands.
Oh.
Yeah, noodling is when you get them big. You get them big, like you get like big fish, like you have them when they're like under at the bottom of like a river, and like you have like some like thing in like your hand, and you wait, and then once they bite onto your arm, you like pick them up, and that's noodling.
Oh
I
man,
think noodling falls under the wrestling.
I feel like Merle and John G are gonna get along.
Yeah.
What's your
I'm gonna get
-2?
Reading.
Oh no. All right. That's
Of course,
actually
it's
that's
reading.
good. I mean, reading is basically already a skill in your skills tree in D&D, so this makes perfect sense to me. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna go back through the skills. We have multitasking, eating, love, insomnia, ostrich husbandry, costuming, communication, ostrich riding, finances, archery, willpower, allergic to cats, jury rigging, fishing, wrestling, and reading. In case you needed any of those written down, feel free to ask again if you have questions. Ronnie, do you have a name for me?
Just call me Tom Cruise.
Okay. CRUIISC?
CROOZ.
CROZ, of course. I'm sorry for the gross misspelling of your name. Who would spell their name like that? It'd be so weird.
Shame on the family. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we have, okay, so I was going to say, don't forget to give yourself any items you think your character would carry with you. Of course, within reason. But that is basically the end of character creation. Yeah. That's it. So, all right. We have our characters. We have our world. Unless anyone wants to add anything more to the world, I think we're all set.
Can I carry like a money purse? Do I have to tell you that?
No, absolutely don't need to tell me. Whenever it might come up in the game, you just say, I have this on me and I'm going to use it. Cool. Well, shoot. That was, I felt like record time. That's beautiful. We got through that in an hour. That's unbelievable. So we have our characters. We have our world. We are ready to play this game. I'm just going to go over a couple of typical notes. So one thing you should know is that you are able to assist each other on your roles. This is a... sorry, I'm finding the page. Anytime you roll a failure, you may mark a tally down on your paper. Each tally represents a bonus +1 you can apply to future rolls, up to a maximum of 2 per any single roll. This is a very helpful skill. I definitely recommend remembering to mark down every time you fail a roll. A failure is going to be any result between 6 and 2. So anything below a 6 and below is a failure. A 7 to 9 is a mixed success, and a 10 to 12 is a direct success. Sorry, I'm really trying to find that place where it says we can help each other out on stuff. Basically, as far as I remember it, it's like you roll with your comrades, and you share in any disaster that may befall you on a failure. You add a +1 if you both succeed. You add a +1 to their roll. If you right. Oh, it's a +2. I found it. Okay. A success grants you and your teammate an additional +2 on the roll. A mixed success grants an additional +1, and a failure means you share in whatever harm is about to befall you and your teammate. And that is basically it. At this point in the game, I am going to run off and write a bunch of stuff down all by myself. And that means for you at home watching, we're going to go to a short 10-minute break. And when you come back, we'll be in the game. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in just a few. Sorry about the long wait, folks. I was having an imagination time, and sometimes time and imagination time are not the same thing. But we are back, and we are ready to play a game of You Awaken in a Strange Place. Is everybody prepared? As prepared as you can be. I just wanted to say, we're going to work everything that hasn't been worked out in real time right before you. If there's anything we haven't covered, it is absolutely up to you to come up with a silly, ridiculous, stupid, fun, exciting, imaginative way to broach the subject, to move forward. And that's the point, is just have fun with it. This is not supposed to be, I mean, it's a comedy, for Christ's sakes, y'all. We're here to have fun with this game. So if you are all ready, I am ready as well. Okay. You awaken in a strange place. Your breath, hot and wet, and it sticks to you. Itchy burlap scratches your face as you toss from side to side. Your feet are bound, and you feel yourself being dragged across the shallow muck beneath you. You hear the moaning and protestation of others being dragged alongside you. And that sound mixes with a grunting that sounds like it comes from several large beasts, obscured by this burlap sack from your vision. It's hot. It's wet. And you've just awoken. What do you do?
Oh, I'm hungry. Fixing me to get a cat litter sandwich in it, yeah.
The grunting continues. As you continue being dragged, it seems to be in sequence with the progression of your bodies across the muck.
Where am I?
To your knowledge, you are trapped in a burlap sack. Your feet are bound and being dragged through the muck, which
That's
would
what I
imply
woke
you
up
are
with.
still you are on the planet that you started out with, the swampy forest that you grew up in. The planet
Smells familiar.
Enron.
Smells familiar here. Where?
Why is there a sack over my head?
Oh, is anybody else there? I think I hear other voices.
Well,
Can
same
anybody
question.
else hear me?
I could hear you.
Someone get this damn sack off me.
It's pretty
Oh,
itchy.
quiet down back there.
Yeah. You the one grunting out there?
What is going on, actually, with all that grunting?
Martin!
Don't talk to
Martin,
me
the
like that.
captives are awake!
Captive.
Oh, keep them quiet there, George! We don't need any of them waking up right now. Martin, I told you they're awake already! Oi, George! Shut up! And keep moving!
I hope this burlap sack isn't made out of cat hair. Oh, it's so itchy.
Upon a little inspection, you notice the burlap only goes down around your shoulders. Your hands are not, or they are bound, but they are in front of you.
Merle's gonna try to spin around and kind of like see if he can grip the mud and like add more resistance and make whoever's dragging him make his life a little harder.
Yeah, I would say this is a style of fishing. Go ahead and roll fishing.
Dude, like,
I say you capture me. You know, my daddy and my mom ain't gonna like this.
I got a 9.
Ooh, you get a 9, and that means that you absolutely do it. You roll around, your hands, your strong wrestling fingers dig right into that muck, and you feel the resistance being pulled against you. But you stick it out, and you hold on tight to that dirt. In fact, on a 9, I'm going to say that you find a root and are able to really slow down the process of the moving in front of you. And when that happens, you hear suddenly the ropes that your feet are all bound with drop. And you hear the thudding boom, 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 of footsteps walk towards you. And you feel a single hand wrap itself around your waist and yank.
Blah.
Go ahead and make a wrestling check for me.
Ooh, that's 11, actually. Good
Ooh.
roll.
Dang.
So you, how do you want to do this?
I think Merle would wriggle around, not unlike an unbashed mudfish. He would just start like squirming and trying to get out of the grasp.
You wriggle, you squirm, and you slide right out of that big giant fucking hand. Oi, you little worm! You get back here!
You can't make me back my wife and kids. You can't make me.
You land on your feet. You're on the ground. You have a moment to kind of make a decisive action. What do you do?
I think I'm going to just scoot in the opposite direction of the voice. Use my, I guess, air hover feet. Just try to like scooch along the mud.
You still can't see where you're going. Light is being let in through the tiny holes within the burlap, but you cannot see. But you can absolutely make an attempt to escape. Let's call that. Does anyone have like a? Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, and we're going to call it a flat roll.
Okay. 6.
You attempt to hover foot away from this voice, this hand that has grabbed you, and you try and ambulate as you normally would, one foot in front of the other, but your feet are still tied together, and you fall flat on your face, hard into the mud. You're a little wobbly after that one. Yeah, you can hear the footsteps closing back in on you. Oh, what a pathetic showing! What are the rest of you doing?
I'm trying to reach my nail clippers.
yeah, of course. The nail
Stand back
clippers
or the
that you
cuticle
carry
gets
with you
it.
everywhere you go. Go ahead and roll multitasking for me.
I got a 9.
A 9 is a pass. What do you do with those nail clippers?
I start cutting me ropes around my wrists.
You absolutely slash those ropes with your nail clippers. It takes you a minute, but while this character that you now know is I've already forgotten his name. Michael, I guess, is that character's name because I've already forgotten the first one I gave him. So now it's Michael. Go and pursue this other voice that has just fallen behind you. Your hands are free. What do you do?
I immediately took off my burlap sack.
For you, you see two other people whose voices you've heard, lying on the ground, burlap sacks on their faces, feet bound, ropes in front of them. you see behind you a figure on the ground, burlap sack on their face, but looks like they have just tried to make an escape. You can see not too far from that figure a 8 to 10 foot tall humanoid figure with like a leopard like what's Tarzan wear? What do you call that get up?
Oh,
Like a loincloth, but with like a little strappy do on the side. He's fashionable. He's got blue skin and is built like a brick shithouse. Just a square human being. An absolute fucking rectangle of a person. Beyond that, you see you are in the mucky woods, the murky woods of your home planet Enron. You're not okay. You might not know specifically where you are, but you do know you're not on another continent or something. You're still relatively close to home, considering the foliage and shit like that. But you don't know exactly where you are. You do see another large figure, and as you turn back towards the first two figures you saw on the ground, you see another giant person, a giant blue person, with a cheetah print leotard this time, moving towards a much, what seems to be an encampment of large buildings set into trees.
I still have the blindfold or the burlap sack over my face.
Oh,
Yeah,
can you hear me? Hey,
yeah.
you in the burlap sack.
Just because I can't see you doesn't mean I can't hear you.
I think we're in big trouble.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
I don't know what we did, but we're going to a prison camp.
Are we? Oh, no. No, I didn't do nothing wrong.
You see? Can you see anything? Maybe help with this burlap sack for my head, please, if you can.
Let me cut some eye holes in that.
Oh, George! Michael!
No, just keep changing his name every time. Just keep changing his name every time.
Yeah, please just change his name every time.
It's George Michael and George Michael.
George Michael.
George Michael, Jacob, Jansen, Harry, Peter, St. George.
You see the other... Tom Cruise, you see the large figure further in the distance heading towards the encampment turn and head towards you. You moved, it sounds like, to relieve these other two people still within the burlap sacks from their bondage, right?
Yeah, well, I'm cutting out eye holes right now.
Excellent.
I think it'd be easier if you just took it off of our heads, not cutting. Oh, that's really close to my eye.
Oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
very scared.
I think I nicked one of you.
Oh, I can still see unless it's complete darkness.
All right, let me just rip them off.
Sasha, or Jean-G, I'm gonna have you roll costuming for me here.
All right. Oh man. That's a 5.
Ooh, okay.
I didn't do good.
Yeah, so you are getting the eye holes cut for you, but you do definitely I'm gonna say both of you get a little bit nicked in the process, so I'm gonna have both of you lose 1 HP. You start out with 10. I always forget to tell you at the start. Everyone gets 10 HP. you both lose one of that now. But
My eye. Oh gosh, what did you do? Is that fingernail clippers? Oh Jesus.
but you can see
toenail
now.
clippers.
Oh, toenail. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
George, the one further away, the giant further away starts running towards you. He grabs the ropes at your feet, and all three of you go back. Or wait, Ronnie, you cut your feet bondage. I forgot. So you and so Jonji, Skylar, and Merle, your feet are being pulled again. Merle, you still can't see, but Tom is free and wielding nail clippers. What do you guys do?
I think Merle's gonna keep wiggling as he's getting pulled along. He's gonna keep resisting.
Excellent.
I will try to reach for my like handy dandy foldable knitting needles, and try to somehow fix a way out of the restraint.
I love the creativity. Yeah. Oh, that's custom. Yeah. So go ahead and roll for it again.
See you, my dice like. Oh, that is a 10.
All right. So with a 10, you are able to use your you kind of have a bracelet that's like, you use a lot in your crafting, and you always keep a little needle in it. And with that little needle, you are able to undo your the bonds at your wrists. Or wait, your hands were free already. I keep forgetting this.
No, they are. I thought they were bound. Bound then.
Your hands are free. Now they are free. You have undone your bondage with your knitting needle.
I know how to undo a thread.
And with
anywhere.
a 10, I will say that you're even able to, while you're being pulled by George, you are able to even undo your feet as well. So I will say that, Sasha, you are free. You can see, but you still have the burlap sack on your head, albeit with eye holes cut in it. You rip that thing off.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I will work on the other two that are also masked.
Yes, please.
Perfect.
This is pretty tight. Can you please? Yeah, I've got a bow and arrow that might be able to help, but I can't shoot like this. So please untie me.
So everyone but Merle, you kind of see Michael put his hands on his hips and go, "Oi! These goddamn green people don't seem to want to be our friends. I don't understand why we always have to do this. Oh, you can't never depend on the green ones. They're always trying to tell us what to do like we don't know nothing." Right shame that is. They are in our world just like them, but a little bit bigger. Right you are, my friend. So, what are y'all complaining about so much for? We're just trying to take you back to our house. Thought we might do a little bit of fun.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
bounding people.
Still untying the bounds.
Are you still okay? So I'm, yeah.
The
What
rules
kind of
are
fun?
we're not supposed to be in your town when you sleep until you're sleeping. So we come in at night, we grab you while you're asleep, and we tie your feet, we put your burlap sack on your head so you can't find where we live, and that's how we do it.
Sure,
For
it's
fun,
a fun
you see.
game. It's a fun game and all, but we don't even know you.
Oh, right you are, little one.
I mean,
Oh,
you could have
it's a
introduced
shame.
yourself.
So what's your name then? Let's be friends here. What is your name?
Well, I'm George, and I'm Michael, And together with George Michael.
And I'm Tom Cruise.
We've got a band. It's kind of like synth pop, but, you know, modern, you know what I mean?
Sounds like trash to me. Tell you what, you get me out of this burlap sack, get my hands undone, I'll give you a little bit of this swill I got in my pocket.
Oh, alcohol.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I made it myself.
He's all get us drunk. We're very large.
You
Yeah,
say
what?
that. You ain't tried my stuff yet.
Sorry, what?
All right, little man, we'll give you a chance. And they untie all of you. They let you out of your sacks. And they're like, "Oh, village is right over there. You all come on your own accord now. You're not asleep anymore."
Nope, that's for sure.
As long as my wife and kids ain't there, sure.
Do you have any jam? What's your jam situation? I don't know if I can go there if there's no jam.
Toe jam.
Sounds like
You're like,
being a
"No
jam
jam."
if there's no jam.
Not toe
We got
jam.
toe jam sandwiches out here.
No. Like strawberry and snozberry and thimbleberry.
Oh,
Jam.
you speaking funny to me, lady. I don't know what to do about it.
What do you got, kitty litter?
Oh, only greenies eat kitty litter.
Well, what do you think we are? What do we look like to you?
What do
No,
you
we don't have kitty litter. We're blues.
Well, I don't understand. So you steal green people and you bring them to your house and you don't even have kitty litter for them? What kind of host does that?
We're not here to feed you. We're here to wrestle.
Wait a minute. Wait now. Hold on just a minute. I don't really wrestle. I don't really do that. That's not my. Now I handle
You do.
ostriches.
We
But I
thought
handle-
everybody wrestled.
No.
I wrestle.
There you go.
You
There's your
wrestle?
answer. There's the answer. Right over there. Right over there. He's right over there.
Yeah.
We
Go ahead,
wrestle.
wrestle him, and then we'll just watch over here from the sidelands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll watch all that. That looks like fun to watch. I don't think I'd ever want to be involved in it.
Well, go put on your wrestling clothes, then.
All right. And you see Merle start taking his shirt off, taking his shorts off. He's just stripping down to his skin.
Oh.
Come on, come get some green, big blue man.
Oh.
Yeah, they take off. They take off their loincloths to reveal a second skimpier loincloth.
Oh my. Oh Lord. Oh.
That's a bit much for the morning. Bit much for the morning.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that bulge.
They're peeking out the side a little bit, you know.
That is impressive.
They are 10 feet tall. George Michael, band and wrestling team, say, well, it's not a proper tag team if you're the only one wrestling. Who else among you are brave enough to wrestle us blues?
I don't wrestle.
You
Look,
could probably convince me if you tried, but
I handle ostriches, but I don't wrestle.
You ain't never wrestled an ostrich? I'll tell you what, that's a good time.
I mean, I have. I'm just not good at it.
If
Oh,
you
I
go
had
ahead-
Sounds like you're the
wrestled.
most experienced then. Why don't you get
Huh?
it? What's your name then, friends?
My name's Merle. McGill.
Morrow. Morrow.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Right, Tom. Nice to meet you. Yes, okay. What about you, ostrich wrestler?
I am Joan G. Olive Skin, short for Georgiana.
And you with the especially bright and pungent green. What is your
Pungent?
name?
really pungent.
That's supposed to be a compliment?
Kind of a backhanded compliment, if you
We
ask me.
told you.
Yeah, just
What
a
do you
little
think?
bit.
Of course, it's a compliment. You look lovely.
Told you. Yeah, my name is Skylar, but don't use it too often. Can we leave? What are we
Why?
doing here?
Well, wrestling,
mean-
silly.
I'm gonna watch him wrestle. I'm just saying. It
I thought,
sounds
hey,
like
well-
it's gonna be fun to watch.
I need a partner, and I thought you were that person.
Oh, I don't. All right,
But
all right,
it's
I'll
fine.
try. I'll try. But this is absolutely terrifying. I know Mommy and Daddy will totally have a flip over this. I'll
You
tell you what.
need any swill for the nerves?
No, I think I drank last night. I'm solid.
All right.
Well, can I actually have some of that? Can I get some of that? Because I'm a little freaked out over here. Thank
of
you.
course. Yeah. Take it easy.
And I-
We have powerful stuff. Oh.
Can I have a little pinch of it, too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, don't forget about us then. Yeah, some drinky.
Like a quarter of a bottle left. All right, there you go.
It's gone. The two of them. We want more before we wrestle. You got more on you, little one.
No, that's cheating.
What is the? This is a right scam, isn't it? We bring you out here like friends, and you don't even bring enough alcohol for us.
Hey, I asked you earlier for the record, and you were too late.
Well,
You guys
With
need
this
to work on your
record-
interpersonal skills.
I guess we'll just have to use this in our match then. So prepare yourself, little ones. And ding ding. A bell rings out deep in the forest. You have no idea. You can't even see the location. But as the bell rings, you see dozens of these 8 to 10 foot tall blue people come out of all of these giant houses built into the trees. And this big crowd gathers. And from
Where
the
hell did they
treetops
come from?
falls, lowered on vines, lowers this platform with these ropes on poles, this square arena. It lands with a thud, and George Michael enter the ring and start, "Oh, crush the great enemies!" Chanting and hyping up the crowd.
It's become WrestleMania.
Gonna die someday. Might as well be today. And Earl steps into the ring.
Boy, it sounds like we're on Pandora.
Michael gets real close to you and like kind of like, "All right, play it up. The crowd likes a good show. Then go ahead and taunt a little bit more before we get going. We want to make sure it's a good show."
Does anybody have any popcorn? Maybe something to eat? You know, it's morning time. We haven't had breakfast.
I got kitty litter in my pocket.
Oh,
Cargo pants.
Perfect.
Well, I guess John G will kind of like step into the ring and is like, I don't do this normally. I don't like this.
He said we got to do some showboating or something like that.
I mean, I guess, but I'm not exactly.
Go on.
You know, if you just give me a couple of minutes or so, you know, maybe I could like whip something up that isn't my
The
pajamas.
crowd is going wild. They have never seen a performance like this ever before. Are they doing anything? They just stand there, Sheila. I don't understand.
Give me like 5 minutes, okay? And I'll see if I can like whip up a costume or something for myself rather than being in my pajamas.
All right.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Gotta get out of my nightie. Gotta get out of my nightie.
Can I help?
Yes.
That was
So you guys on stage, while the crowd is cheering, you start to make costumes for yourselves. I'm gonna have both of you roll 2d6. Sasha, you add your costuming to it.
okay.
8.
I got a total of 9 with the +2.
Total of 9. Okay, that's a success and a mixed success. Or 2 mixed successes. That comes to a total of, that's a 10. That is a success. While you two are working together on these clothes, you deftly and swiftly put together these extravagant, beautiful costumes. Can you describe them to me?
You go first. Yours probably more simpler than mine.
Merle makes himself like a luchador mask.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
It's
I'm glad
only
you didn't put on more clothes. Just a mask.
just a luchador mask. It's just kind of varied shades of green and brown. Nothing all that special. It looks almost like an ostrich face.
Amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to write that down. Okay. Yeah, so you both make your costumes. Sorry, Sasha, did you want to describe your costume?
Sure. So let me see if I can remember what they're called. Give me a second.
Oh, please. I need to know now.
The theme that she's got going on. So she's got a very Caribbean carnival dress up going on, sparkly, glittery, and instead she's got like a headdress of like ostrich feathers.
Hell yeah.
Got a theme.
That's awesome.
Some catnip in there.
Yeah, and she's got like some of those like rhinestone jean jackets that have like that tassel down the arms. Yeah, she's got that going on too on the side.
Fringe.
Yeah, she's got the
this
fringe
is so
going
sick.
on. Yeah, so that's what she's got.
Oddly,
It matches
incredibly
really well
in
with the
theme with each
luchador.
other.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
matches the luchador.
That's perfect. Beautiful work. The crowd is absolutely eating this up. They see you within a couple of minutes put this together. Even George and Michael are sitting there kind of like jaws at the floor, just like, I can't believe they're so talented. We should have had a clothing match and they would have won that too then.
Yeah,
But as you finish your costume, Michael steps into the ring and says, "All right, let the tag team match begin!" And you hear the ding ding of the bell once again. And he kind of like gets down in his wrestling pose. One of you exits and one of you stays.
You first, and she leaves.
So Michael approaches you. Come on, little man, show me what you got.
Merle, he's real stringy old man. He's kind of skin and bones, but with these muscles that really show through and wrinkles. He goes to he stances and then takes a diving lunge towards one of the giant's legs. He's gonna try to like swing around it and throw him off balance.
Hell yeah! Go ahead and roll it.
Ooh, that's a 4.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. So you go to swivel around and try and trip him up by his feet, and he stands still as granite. You kind of just like flop down onto his leg and hit the ground. Oh, you're not going to work on me, little man. And he picks you up by your armpits and just holds you up and kind of starts shaking you like you're a Christmas present.
Oh no!
Oh, this is my favorite part! And he throws you into the air, a good 4 or 5 feet, and you land. You take 1 HP.
Come on, Merle.
Okay, Georgie, your turn. And he goes over to the corner. And he tags his teammate George in. All right, little one, come on then.
Nope. I'm good. Merle's gonna try to like crawl away and go to tap
Oh,
John
you
P.
got this! Get back in there! Get back in there!
Rip his dick off.
What is Skylar and Tom doing right now?
I'm just looking for some breakfast, and I'm watching, yeah, also kind of like surveying the area and counting all of the cat leaves in the catnip leaves in that beautiful headdress that you have, and looking for breakfast mostly.
You do see a concession stand. Do you leave the match to go get concessions?
Yes. I'm starving because I did not have my daily bread and jam, in the morning. That's usually how I kick things off. I like to stay, nice and regular with that. So I walk over to the concession stand, and I'm not really sure what these blue people eat. Do you want to tell me that, or should I just guess?
They eat blue people food.
They eat blue food?
Yeah.
Blue people food.
You get to the concession stand, and thankfully you see popcorn.
Oh, wonderful! Yay! I'm like, oh, popcorn, yeah! And I grab one of the things, and I'm just like,
you just grab it.
I just grab it. Yeah.
What do you think you're doing to my concessions? This is a business here.
I thought I was a guest. Didn't you bring me here as a guest?
Is it going to match what you think this is? Well, just buy popcorn. Let little grannies eat it.
All right. How much? How much for the popcorn?
Popcorn's 5 catnips.
5?
You got to be kidding me.
Tom follows you. I love it.
That seems pretty expensive. I own my own business, and I know the price of wares and goods, and I think that you're overselling these.
Roll finance.
But so what do we settle on 3 catnip leaves?
What's your roll?
4. Well, I'm adding finances. I add finances because of that 6.
Yeah. 6 is 6 and under is a failure. Sorry, everyone. It's gonna be 5. There's gonna be no popcorn for you.
All right, well, I'm starving, and I guess you're not going to budge, but I'll remember that face next time I see you in my shop if you ever swing by. And so I get out my little money purse, and I begrudgingly count 5. Here you go. Take your 5 catnip leaves.
You get a bag of popcorn, but on the bright side, it is a 10-foot tall person's bag of popcorn size, so it's good. It's a good amount of popcorn.
I just started digging into it, like when you're eating popcorn in the movie theater, just it's going everywhere, and I'm like, this is delicious. And I turned to Tom. Tom, you want some popcorn?
Oh yeah, let me have some.
Perfect. We go back to the match. Sasha, do you let Merle tag you in?
Yes.
You are in the ring with Joji boy. What do you do?
Okay. Gotta think about maybe I don't.
Tom said you could rip his dick off. I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, rip his dick
I mean, I could try, but I think it's a bit big. Anyways.
I think this would qualify under ostrich husbandry if you want to roll.
She.
Oh, that's right. They do have the long necks,
Not dissimilar. It's about the same size as an ostrich anyway.
She will try it. She will try it as like a as like a fainting style attack, like a sneak attack style there. She's gonna try to distract him long enough to do some kind of wrestling move. I don't know.
Yeah, please describe how you grab this giant's dick more, please. All right, go ahead and roll your ostrich husbandry.
This is the way of trying to seduce them, the way that she tries to get the ostriches to seduce each other. Okay, it's looking pretty good so far. Do I get the benefit of it? The +2?
Yeah.
It's total of 10 with the +2.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Georgie, I would always recommend if you're ever in a physical altercation, never underestimate the person you're up against, no matter how big or small. And Georgie makes that classic blunder exactly, and goes to just thinks he's going to just absolutely manhandle you, and he's taunting to the crowd. He's not even paying attention to you, and as he looks away to jeer and get more love from the audience, you slide under that loincloth and you grab him by the dick and you bring him absolutely flat onto his face. Sheer leverage, just wham! He slams his head into the ground and he is dazed. He is, for all intents and purposes, out of commission for the moment. What do you do?
Shoot.
Merle on the sidelines pulls his fish clubbing club out of it and like tries to sneak it to you.
Oh yeah, she'll take it. I like trying to raise up the crowd.
Go for it.
Yeah, then like grabs it, then like is like raising it up to the crowd, like ah.
The crowd is eating it up.
And then she'll just take it to just like one bonk, like not really hard, just like a bonk.
Oh, birds, stars, just circling the top of Georgie's head. He is out. He is out for the count. You go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. It's over. Yeah. Hey, how can you grab his dick like that? He's my brother, and musical partner, and wrestling friend. How can you do this? This not an honorable win.
I'm fixing to put that. Sorry.
George, or Michael helps George out of the ring. He's like, oh, Georgie, I'm sorry about this. I wasn't there to protect you. He helps him out of the ring, and George and Michael exit the wrestling ring. The ring is drawn back up into the trees. The crowd disperses, and you are left with just the four of you and your previous captors and now best friends, George and Michael.
I didn't hit him hard. Here's your club back.
Thank you.
Sorry about the mean words I said in the ring. That was for the crowd. I thought that was a really great match. When you grabbed the club, I was like, oh, they're gonna hit him. And then you did. I loved it. Oh, can I have a bit of that popcorn over there?
I don't know. It's kind of expensive.
Yeah, Cheryl does charge an arm and a leg for the popcorn. He's a right shape, but it's good popcorn, eh?
Yeah, go ahead and take some. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll just take a little bit. And a little bit to them is like a lot, but you know, you still have most of this giant bag of popcorn left.
You guys want some popcorn? You just like wrestled a bunch. I'm sure you're hungry.
Oh, I think I could probably use something.
Here you go.
I'll be all right. I
No,
don't like
we
having
don't.
something without swill, and I'm out of swill.
Oh, we'd ask you to stay for dinner, but it turns out you don't like toe jam. So, how about have you? You're more than welcome to stay, though. What,
Well-
you have dinner plans already?
Well, I was thinking about getting some Crunch Donalds.
Oh. Now, we don't like kitty litter, but Crunch Donald's is mad good.
I tell you what, Crunch
Yeah.
Donald's, but it's
Crunch is.
That actually sounds pretty good. I've been trying I've been wanting to try their cat litter. I have a new jam coming out next month if anybody's interested. And I would really love to see if it pairs well.
You're gonna love the cat litter. They make it form the table.
Oh yeah?
Wait, like
Oh.
from the table?
Because if there's too many cats, I can get a little,
Wait, like from the
itchy.
table, like as in it's like made out of the table, or like they come to the table and make it for you?
The kitties come to the table and then make it for you.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense in my head.
That's some fresh stuff. Real fresh.
Well, hey, turns out that it was just, they opened a new Crunch Donald's not too far from here. And he gives you a map to the Crunch Donald's. Oh, and since we're best friends now, I thought we might lend you a hoverboat if you'd want.
I'll have a good hoverboat.
Yeah, I
used
think
to
that's
have-
the least you could do, considering you kidnapped us. But,
We don't have no
Yeah.
fancy jets on our feetsies, so
What's still mad about that?
just a bit of fun. Come on.
yeah, let's go. I think that sounds good.
All right. Well, you all greenies are all right. You're welcome back here anytime. I'm gonna find out. And you make your way out of the giant blue people village. You use the hoverboat that they have lent you to powering it with your feet, and you are cruising. You were opened up to a bit more of a deeper, wider part of the swamp. I would say it's probably thigh deep, waist deep at this point. And it would seem you have a ways to go. What do you do?
I think as we cruise along, Merle's going to be trying to look for pieces of fruit or whatever he can scrounge up to distill some swill with later, and just like grabbing stuff off the trees as they scoot past and tossing it into his bag.
Okay. Yeah. You don't even need to roll for it. You definitely are going to find a few fruits here and there along the trail. Feel free to just kind of assume that into your inventory. So as you traveled down this narrow body of running water going through the swamp, you notice there's not a lot of catnip that grows around here. It seems like the catnip in this part of in this part of Endor grows either very sparsely or has been harvested completely clean. But the remainder of the plant life seems to be healthy, as well as the life underneath you in the water itself, the mudfish. It almost feels like from before cats came to Enron. Before catnip, before kitty litter, the tales you've heard about in the ages long before, where there was no catnip, and you never had to pay catnip to eat or to live in your homes.
So I've noticed that there's as we're going along, there's no catnip around here. What's up with that? don't know. Does anybody know where we are? Where we're headed? What's the map say? Where are we? Who has the map?
You check
We
the map.
have a map.
The map. You check the map, Skylar. The map says, the map is like when you go to like a theme park and they have like all of the cartoonish little depictions of the places you're at. It's that kind of map. And you see the point of origin as like, it says the Blue Village. And you see the narrow winding river that you're on, says the not sewage river. Because it's not sewage. People keep getting that wrong. It's not sewage. They had to name it that. But you see that not too far from the giant encampment, you think somewhere around where you are, it's labeled it's labeled Primitive City.
I wonder if that primitive city is where the Crunch Donald's is at.
Well, you can see on the map the Crunch Donald's is beyond Primitive City, beyond beyond the Broccoli Halls, and
It's just
past-
a children's coloring book map. From Crunch Donald's.
And past something labeled Sage's Grotto.
Do we see the primitive city at all ahead of us? Do we see any signs of civilization? Or?
Along with this the healthy plant life that's surrounding you, the thick murky river that you're on, the canopy above you is so thick that it's and all around you is so thick that it's really hard to see too far in any one direction. But on the map, you can see that the area you're on is like the area that notates where Primitive City is like this big radius, kind of around where you are now. You could and you see on the map that it's marked by a large skull with big, sharp teeth.
Well, we should probably avoid that area.
I don't like to look at that.
Just looks scary.
So hard to check out where you're at without getting off the boat, but it sounds like you want to stay on the boat and hopefully bypass any trouble that might come from Primitive City.
What are y'all thinking?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to a big crunchy and
Yeah, you keep saying that, and I keep hearing my stomach growl. I'm hungry, despite eating that.
I'll be
stuff
honest,
earlier.
if we do get to Crunch Donald's, he kind of looks in his pack and forks through it. I don't think I got any catnip. I might need alone, If,
Why don't we find some catnip?
Find me some lunch. Well, maybe we could find some catnip in the Primitive City. I don't know.
Don't you have any in your ostrich feathers there? Maybe you could just...
Oh, well, I can try. I mean, I don't know if they're in there. They might be buried in there for all I know. I don't know. I could probably just check. And she just like looks down. I don't know. I'll probably check in there. Might be something in there. Let me just like reaches her hands around, but tries to feel for stuff.
Well, if you need to go to Ostrich City, Primitive City, I guess that's okay because I think we could probably handle ourselves. But I'm in if you need to go. But it is a bypass. Maybe they have a Crunch Donald's there. That's like a subsector. We could like try some of the, do they have like a Crunch King that may
Oh yeah.
try?
Actually,
Or
I think I heard my uncle runs a Crunch King in the primitive city. If what I heard from my cousin Carl's true.
maybe your uncle could give you a loan.
Yeah, I think Uncle Bob is honest enough. He might.
Also, I'm the general manager of a kitty litter factory, so I'm very wealthy, but I don't have my wallet on me.
Oh,
I mean, I usually have a catnip card somewhere, but
sounds like we got ourselves a problem. We can't get no Crunch Donald's if none of us got currency on.
I mean, you're
Well, I
not
open my-
wrong.
I open my little money purse and I see that there's like a couple cards in there and some, leaves, and I'm just like stuff it away a little bit. I'm just kind of like, these people.
Oi, I've got an idea. How about we go to Crunch Donald's and rob it?
I mean, I'm pretty good with the bow and arrow, and you got a club, and
I've got some toenail clippers.
your knitting needles. Your knitting needles could definitely be used as a weapon.
Oh, the things
Yeah.
you do.
A weapon. to
Losing
make
all my
some
willpower.
amazing
Let's do
clothing.
it.
Weapon to make some amazing clothing.
I've seen a lot of people die over a knitting needle. I tell you what.
That's because they died from very bad fashion.
Oh, burn! Good one, Joji. Yeah.
Roasted.
Let's go rob this joint.
That's beautiful. I fucking love this. So you're
Get there
bypassing Primitive City.
I mean,
Sure.
maybe we can find some weapons there.
Great. No.
Oh. Let's just go. It's on the way. We'll just make a little pit stop in Primitive City, get some weapons, get a loan from your uncle.
It's early in the day.
Yeah, it's still morning. It's still morning, and I haven't had any jam yet, so let's just go.
There you go.
You've convinced me.
You all, you tie off the boat on a little safe inlet on the river, and you start hoverfooting your way into the ruins of Primitive City. After you get past this thick foliage that surrounds you on the river, you start noticing stone monuments, parts of buildings, things that have been in the jungle, in the swamp, for a long, long, long time. Longer than generations of your families being born and dying as these things grow moss and become harder and harder to find. Some of the tips and certain parts of it, especially those closer to the water source, are a little easier to see. But some are so large that they are hard to hide at all. You make your way further and deeper into this forest. The ground actually starts to grow a bit drier. You're out of the real murky swamp, and you're into more of a forested area. The trees are thick around you. They loom high and high overhead, with small clearings here and there, but saplings and all kinds of ferns and other smaller shrubberies are surrounding you all over the place. You're having to make your way through this this thick brush, but you make your way fairly quickly. It's a couple hours until you start seeing the additions to these old monuments. Buildings that are built on top of ruins. You start seeing ahead of you the milling of people around a small town center, a fountain, a fountain in the center, and a few what look like shops and apartment buildings. These large tiered buildings. You're too far away at this point to notice what these people look like, but you are you're close enough to turn around if you don't want to be noticed yourselves.
I mean, probably.
There's no reason to suspect them. They seem to be normal people milling about a city.
We definitely don't want to be noticed if we're gonna cause mayhem.
Why, I thought we were going to rob the Crunch Donald's, not this city.
Right. Okay. That's You're right.
Although
So-
that'd be a good prank to play on my Uncle Bob.
Right, Merle, you said you had an Uncle Bob in Primitive City?
Sure.
Have you visited Uncle Bob before?
No, I've only heard about him.
You've
Through my
only
wife.
heard about him.
He's really my uncle-in-law. He's like my wife's mom's
Oh, so
brother.
he really likes you.
Sure. Yeah.
He
He's
agrees
Okay.
with
side
every
uncle.
he agrees with every life choice you have ever made.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Why not? I'm a great father. I'm a role model for my kids, I'll tell you that.
The perfect role model. You're showing the role that you don't actually have to be there. Independence. Individualism. So, as you get closer, you start noticing that these are not green people, like you all. These are what look to be unfamiliar, strange, a people you might have never seen or heard of, even. They are about your height, a similar height as yourselves, with some variation, of course. But their skin seems scaly, leathery. They have large horns. They have sharp teeth. They have less fingers and larger claws. They appear to be dragon-like, maybe dinosaur-like, maybe lizard-like, whatever your adjective you'd like to use there. But they appear to be in a state of their society appears very different than yours. Still agrarian like yours, but much more they don't have Crunch Donald's here. Let's put it that way.
Kind of seems like we might stick out, y'all,
Well,
because we are green. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. And like,
Wait, I thought that was blue.
I got this mask. I'll blend right in. Look. He puts on the luchador mask.
oh yeah, you could go in for us and
For a
give us
second,
those
I-
plugs.
For a second, I thought you said you were gonna put on the burlap sack back on your.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea because I've got holes and I can still see. So we should totally put our sacks back on, and then no one can recognize us as green people, and then we'll just be able to walk through, and no one will really notice us at all.
The only problem is they might think we're Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 2.
If you're talking about books, I ain't read no books. I don't know that book.
Oh my god. So, sorry, you're discussing this out of view, right?
I think we're still kind of hidden in the shadows. We haven't walked.
Sure.
We're in an alleyway near a dumpster.
Perfect.
So should we put our sacks on?
Might as well.
Say it like.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You all don costumes. You wear masks, and Sasha, you are a costumer. Do you want to actually, because you're a costumer, all of you have costuming as a skill. I'm gonna have each of you roll it.
I got a 10.
Hey.
I got a 5.
Okay. Sasha?
9.
So 8, 10, 5, and 9. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you all begin walking with your new costumes on. Sasha or Janji helps you put them together and kind of touches them up a little bit here and there. But Tom, yours is really uncomfortable, so you keep kind of like messing with it. But you walk towards the center of town, towards this fountain, and yeah, you start approaching the crowd. There seems to be, let's say, a couple dozen people milling around, going from different shops, some sitting there at the fountain, just dipping their cup in the fountain and drinking their drinks. Some people seem to be, there's some kids playing catch over in a corner of a circle. You know what I mean. Yeah, everyone seems to be having a pretty normal day, and then you guys walk up and everyone kind of starts staring, but mostly they don't know. They notice you're there, but they're not concerned for the most part.
Yeah.
So I want to walk up to someone and say, is there a Crunch King around here? Wait, hold on. Is there a Crunch King around here anywhere? Yeah, I'm feeling a little crunchy.
Questioning in character.
You approach this dinosaur person, and they have a big tusk on the front of their head and a crown around the top. Large and stocky. This person looks down or looks at you, directly at you. You're around the same height. And I have never heard of a Crunch King. What is that? Hi.
It's a plate. Oh.
You know Uncle Bob?
Yeah. We're also looking for an Uncle Bob. What? Uncle Bob? Uncle Bob, who may work at a Crunch King. It's where you can get sandwiches and stuff, you know?
You notice the this person before you kind of looks each of you up and down, Why are you all wearing masks?
It's for the celebration.
My
Haven't you
face
heard
is
about that?
cold.
Haven't you heard about that
cold face,
celebration?
yeah.
Haven't you heard about that celebration that just happened?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here to celebrate the turning of a new leaf. That's what it's called, but it's when all the catnip trees bloom.
It's called New Horizon.
You eat a lot of Crunch King.
Oh, sure. I mean, we're not too familiar here with green people culture, but that's whatever. We know you guys have your own thing going. That's fine. We just like to stay over here, left undisturbed. So
We like to eat kitty litter. There's nothing much to it.
Oh, Bob, it is ringing a bell. Kitty litter. Yeah, the guy came through here a bunch of years ago with kitty litter. Said something about, God, I can't remember what basically he was getting the point across that he didn't really care for his family, and that he would prefer to start setting up business franchises so that he could make some catnip, which that sentence was a nightmare for us to understand. But once he explained it, it made more sense. He said he wanted to set up a franchise in our city, and we said, we're really sorry, we don't permit permits to green people to start businesses here. And it's not because we have anything against you, it's simply just you guys have this whole catnip trading for goods and services thing that you like doing, and we're really not into that. Kind of messes up our whole society. And what I've noticed in the past is when we have let that happen, what we've all kind of noticed is that it starts trying to take over our own culture, which we don't really, we just take care of each other out of the goodness of our heart, and because it makes sense to care for your community and make sure everyone has a place to live and food to eat. And
but except for the green people, huh?
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to come and share our food. We're gonna have a lunch meal very soon. If you'd like to eat some
really?
pineapple.
What's for lunch? What's for lunch?
We have some pineapple, and
Can I dip the pineapple in kitty litter?
Well, we don't have kitty litter, but if you brought some with you, I don't have any problem with that.
Hey, get some out of your pocket. Don't you have some in your pocket?
Oh yeah, I have 8 pockets on my cargo pants.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be fine if you want to eat it with kitty litter. We're not going to object. No problem. Well, if you go over here, just past the square, there'll be a series of picnic benches where we all have a communal lunch. Feel free to meet us over there in a couple of minutes.
Is there anywhere I can get a communal drink around these parts?
Oh, what would you like to drink?
Something with alcohol in it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's what the fountain is. It's just pure liquor.
Sounds like,
Merle just
Whoa.
We ask that you
sounds
don't
like you're gonna go
over-imbibe, or
swimming.
we ask that
My
you
lack
not
of willpower
over-imbibe.
is not playing in good here.
Because we don't want to have to carry you out. It's been a problem before. But you're more than welcome to it.
Merle's already at the fountain. He's taking a couple good swigs, and he's filling up his bottle of swill. Oh man,
You're
the
getting
boys
some-
ain't gonna believe this one.
Yeah, you're getting some looks from the rest of the people in the town square, but they're all just kind of laughing, and then they move on with their day.
So, little group huddle here. Do we really want to ransack these people? Because they seem kind of nice, and I don't know.
They
I'm a
seem
small
kinda
business
racist.
owner.
Looking at it from the outside perspective, little colorist.
I don't
I'm gonna
know. They don't got a Crunch Donald's and they don't got a Crunch King here, so I think we should destroy them.
Now hold
Wow.
on.
So extreme. Oh my, you are so you are wild. I like you, but
Certainly, there's some redemption in the fact that they got a well to swill. I mean, this is some good stuff.
that is pretty
Yeah.
believable.
It's free.
Think about it this way: if we destroy them, then we have all the swill to ourselves.
Now,
That's a
Nah.
point. Any of them are there? Like they'd be easy to squash. Oh,
How are we supposed to do that?
I don't
I
wanna
mean,
do
I could try to summon an army of ostriches that can help.
Yes. Okay, so do we see an ostrich around? Ostrich? Oh my goodness,
oh, I've heard
ostrich.
about these ostrich mancers. You're one of them, eh?
Maybe I am. Maybe I come from a long line of family of ostrich mancers. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I do. I'm saying that I do. I am.
I know you
I
would.
could ride an ostrich pretty well. Could we find some that would maybe give us a
Oh.
little bit of?
I mean, I can try. I think somewhere Oreo's around here somewhere. Oreo. Just a little loud whistle.
Yeah. Oreo comes running.
Oh my god.
It is a golden ostrich.
You see, yeah. In the distance, you see just a 30-foot plume of dirt just flinging into the air, and like lightning, this ostrich breaks through this barrier of foliage and pops out into the town square, and it's just like, right at your feet, John G.
Wearing a cute little handmade sweater.
Beautiful.
What a magnificent beast! Is this yours?
Yeah, this is my boy. He's one of the finest and most pure ostrich I have ever bred.
I was
What's
gonna
his
say he's
name?
very purebred.
His name is Oriole.
Oh,
Some kind of golden name or something like that. I don't remember. I found it in a book or something.
You think he'd let me ride him? You know, I do the rodeo, and
Maybe,
maybe you ride him.
I mean, he may be the most perfect specimen I have ever had my eyes to see, but I think not just one of him will work. We might need more. Got any buddies around here, Oreo? Got some girls you looking at too?
Okay. So just to make sure I'm on the same page as you all. Tom Cruise has suggested you take over Primitive City, and in pursuit of that goal, John G has called her ostrich army, or her main ostrich, to try and gather an ostrich army. Skylar has offered their prowess in archery, and Tony is mostly interested in the alcohol at this point. Right?
Yeah.
And we're still trying to get some crunch
That is the
Donalds.
plan.
And we're still trying
That
to
is
get
the
some
plan, to
Crunch
take
Donalds.
over Primitive City. Okay. Then
We're some of
Sasha?
the weirdest
I mean,
overlords
Janji?
ever. Yes.
John G, I'm gonna
Are
have
we
you
doing
roll.
this?
I'm gonna have you roll ostrich husbandry. Tom, I'm gonna have you roll love. Skylar, I'm gonna have you roll archery. No, I'm gonna have you roll finances. And Tony, I'm gonna have you roll wrestling. So go ahead and make your rolls. And tell me your results, starting with Briar.
11.
7.
11. 1.
11. Okay. Merle.
3.
Okay. Tom.
I rolled an 8, but -1 for love.
And Johnji.
I rolled 2 6s, so I got a total of 14.
Holy shit.
Nice. Good job. Great roll.
Okay. So, dang. It was very close. So over the course of the next hour or so, Johnji is able to amass a small army of ostriches. Let's say 300. 300 ostriches converge upon your location. Skylar, obviously, you mount one and are able to teach the rest of the party better abilities to ride them and to shoot a bow on them. You teach them the basics. Tom, in the process of all of this planning, you meet a long-necked dinosaur woman who you catch her eye, and she walks over to you, and she offers. She asks if you would like to go and speak in private for a moment, and hesitatingly, you agree. And she then begins to explain to you that she really likes the way that you look. She's never been attracted to a green person before, but you made that lizard flick, and she just she knows it's just physical attraction, but she wants to know if you want to take this somewhere. Hold that thought, because while this is happening, Merle, you keep trying to mount an ostrich, and you keep falling off. You cannot seem to get a grasp on ostriches at all. What you do realize is that every time you fall, it's painful. You see, and what you could do instead is show the ostrich how to move like you. And you guys, you and an ostrich begin leaping side by side and become friends. And as this is happening, you realize that there's something more to life than just drinking booze and avoiding responsibility.
So sweet.
You've learned that you can actually hand skills down to others, and when you fail, it's not a total failure, because sometimes out of failure arrives a tremendous success. But you still lose 3 HP. However, after this army has amassed, the dinosaur people approach you in a congregation. A handful, 5 to 10 dinosaur people, some very large, all of them dressed incredibly ornately with gold and silver pauldrons and crowns upon their head, beautiful decorative wear. And they approach you and they say, "We're the representatives of the dinosaurs, and we have noticed that you have brought a no small number of ostriches into our community." And that's fine. Typically, under most circumstances, we love ostriches. We have shared jungles with ostriches for generations of our people living here. But we do know that green people tend to use them for not just agriculture, but also for battle. We find this distasteful for a number of reasons, but that's neither here nor there. What we are here to decide, or to find out, is what is your intent? Because if your intent is violence, we will not stand for it. And we will use everything in our power in the thousands and millions of years our people have lived here to defend ourselves. And we have never once been thwarted. So if you think the 5 of you, 4 of you with some ostriches is going to somehow succeed in some kind of overthrow of our society, you're sorely mistaken.
What?
We are the people of the claw and the tooth. And if you are here for war, you will find out what that has meant for all of history.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared after you said that.
Yeah. We're not we're not here for war. What? No, we just
We just want Crunch Donalds.
we just feel
McDonald's down the river.
Bob.
Do you guys need any help getting there? We'd love to give you a hand any way we can.
I think we should. Anybody else have an idea?
I mean, you say some, but I don't think you know how to count how many ostriches there are around.
I'm sure you don't.
There's one thing my daddy taught me is to never underestimate the power of those old ass birds. And if there's one thing my mama always told me, one thing my mama always said, no matter what, was that goddamn do not ever take your eyes off away of those damn ostriches because they will fucking come back and hit you right in the butt. I swear, every time that happened to her, every single day. So, I mean, I'm not scared. I just want to get some Crunch Donalds.
I'll be honest, I'd like to know the secret of this fountain you got there in the middle of the city. How can I get one of them?
The fountain?
You know, the swill.
Oh, yeah. It's fairly simple plumbing kind of stuff. We have a big tank that we refill whenever it empties. But yeah, it just circulates. It actually makes we have specially made pipes that actually make the taste even sweeter and more palatable. Without takes away a little bit of that burn without taking it all away. Not making it too sweet, but definitely making it something that you can not just you don't have to just drink. You can use it for cooking. You can use it for all kinds of different stuff. It's a really lovely thing. Oh yeah, it's lovely. You can reduce. You can reduce your tomato sauce or anything like that with it. It's really lovely.
Well, one moment. Merle turns to Skylar. Hey, you with the purse. What about a little business proposition? Maybe buy some of these pipes from these people, and I can make some swill. You can make some jam. We come out of here without war, and we
Propagation stops you, and you're.
You can make some swilling
And they
jam.
say, well, we don't offer. We could trade, but we don't really do the whole currency thing. Right, we were saying earlier. But what we can do is you can just take these schematics. We have hundreds of copies of these. This is schematics for the fountain. You can take that home with you, and yeah, no big deal.
You don't want anything in return? What can we do for? Oh.
No. Just go ahead and take it, and we'll go.
We'll just take it. Thank you.
We don't gotta owe them nothing.
Yeah. And I turned to everybody. Hey, let's not kill these people unnecessarily and
Oh,
get
I
the fuck
wasn't
out of
talking
here.
about killing them.
Oh,
I
okay.
was.
Can we just we got this cool these schematics here. Can we just like go find the Crunch Donald's? Cause I'm getting really hungry. This pineapple's not cutting it.
I agree. I need some carbs.
I need some litter. I need some litter right now. I'm
Oh yeah,
starting to get a
considering
little
we
hungry.
did have that wrestling match, so you know.
Yeah. Let me
So-
grab some road swell before we go.
Yeah, let's fill
Yeah, you all
our
refill-
canisters. And
Yeah, you all
and
fill
then-
your canisters and you make your way back to your boat. You head further down the river, right? I'm not cutting you off. Cool. You head further down the river. You make your way to, you're passing through the different areas marked on the map. There was, I already forgot what was next after this, but you pass by Sage's Grove. And in Sage's Grove, you notice there's a little inlet where you could park your boat, a big beach that you could see leads into a large mouth of a cave. You're still on the river, but Sage's Grove is right there on your left. And that is where we are going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. Welcome back to You Awaken in a Strange Place. The party has just arrived at the Sage's Grove. This small outlet leading to a cave. Now, Merle, Skylar, Tom, you notice that your new friend John G seems to be grimacing. Their face becomes stern. Their posture becomes tight and rigid. You see them take a step off of the hovercraft, or the hoverboat that you're on, the fan boat that you're on. They sink immediately waist deep into the muck and the water, and you just see them charging towards this cave. They are making such headway that it would be impossible to catch them even if you turned with your full speed. You do your best, but they are moving with superhuman speed. Janji reaches this cave in a matter of moments. You see them disappear inside. Silence. And then and then silence again. Moments later, a figure. Is that Janji coming out of the cave? Next to Janji is an unconscious, old green man. Bald head, long pointed ears, a funny burlap robe, and a small wooden cane. Janji and this diminutive little person are standing there on the beach. The small little bald man rises and reaches a hand up towards Janji. Janji reaches her finger down and touches this little man's finger. And you see Janji go from green to blue to white to light. And Janji evaporates into mist. You see pieces of this mist floating up towards the heavens and is then gone. What do you do?
I don't think I want to go see what's in that cave. I'm all right.
That was really weird. I've never seen anything like that before. Let's not go into that cave. Oh my goodness. Do you think she's like on us now? Is she like in the air? Is she just like on our skin?
You just keep moving. You turn the hovercraft around and you just keep going towards the fucking.
I want to call the ostrich though. I want to call Oriole. Oriole comes because Oriole's with Janji, right?
Oriole, you left Oriole on the shore. Oriole didn't get on the fan boat with you. But when you whistle, you see down you see the towering plume of mud and sand and dust skyrocket, and moments later you see Oriole pop up by the shore of the river and looks out at you, and then looks past you, and then looks in the air, and just kind of has a sad face. Little sad ostrich face.
That is really sad. But I I use some of my rodeo skills and commandeer the ostrich, and now he's a part of our party.
Yeah, Oriole Oriole kind of tentatively like pokes a toe into the water, does it again, goes a little deeper this time, and then finally takes a step and another step hesitantly. But slowly and surely it kind of tucks its legs up and it waddles down the river, and it makes its way to the fan boat, and it is there with you, although still looking over at the shore, where the little old man is like waving like.
Merle is gonna pat Oriole on the back and offer him a little bit as well.
Oriole looks at you and says, "I don't drink."
Square.
You continue. You pick up speed. You notice that it is evening, and you don't want to make it like it's not going to close. It's open till like midnight or something like that. But you also know that past like 10 o'clock, the food is kind of not as good. You know what I mean?
We gotta
Literally
get there before
9.
the night shift shows up.
Yeah. They do their best, but it's just it doesn't feel the same. You can't really explain why. But yes, you make your way. You start picking up speed, going towards Crunch Donald's. As you pass the time, is there? You just watched your friend get evaporated by a little green man. What are you gonna do? What are you guys talking about that at all?
I think I'm gonna eat a quarter cruncher, in their memory.
Fine idea. I'll pour some out for her.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But I think that I could, Jonji would make a really good name for a jam. So I don't know, maybe she's got some a legacy jam in the future named after her. Cause she could jam pretty hard. Remember when she went the wrestling not 4 hours ago? You remember that? Man, she was a feisty lady. Dick pulling.
I tell you, there was something familiar about that little green man. I can't quite put my finger on it, but just something like a magical creature of some kind,
Do you know if he had an Irish accent?
He was yelling at us. I think he was using the third person. Something about that. I don't.
As this fan boat continues down the river, you notice that without Jonji, you're having a hard time hitting real maximum speed. Having a person short, it's slowing you down, and that's you guys try and increase speed as much as you can, but it's not quite the same. You notice the landscape begins changing around you. That the thick foliage surrounding you that once was is now replaced by what looks like large sections of the forest along the river that have been clear cut, and the and made man-made structures kind of taking up a lot more space. Most are businesses and things of that nature. Places where you can get your feet repaired if they get gunk in them because you live in a swamp. um, you know, dinosaur medicine schools so that you can go live with the dinosaur people and treat them if you want to do that with your life, you know. So you're getting closer and closer to your destination, and you check the map, and you see that this is where the river ends. You see docks are not too far from you, and you will from there you'll have to well, not walk, but hoverfoot. You're the rest of the way there. So you dock the boat, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, I got some rope here all tied off. Do a nice hitch.
Oh,
Perfect.
I can
Yeah.
smell the Crunch Donalds already.
I think we're getting close, everyone. I think we're getting very close.
I'll tell you what, I still don't got no catnip on me. Although, are we trying to eat at Crunch Donald's, or are we going back to the plan of robbing the Crunch Donald's?
Ooh.
Why not both?
We could rob them and then eat.
Oh, dine and dash, right? That's what they call that. Or no, that's the other order.
Yeah, actually,
I think we have to pay first before we eat our food.
Nah.
I think that we should order the food. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Why am I Southern? That's a really good idea. We could order the food and then eat it really fast and then skate out of there, you know, because we wouldn't have to pay. And then we'd rob them and eat at the same time.
No, I think Tom was saying we got to pay first before they'll give us the food.
Oh, you just said that, huh? Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna Skylar and Tom. Tom, go ahead and roll eating. Skylar, go ahead and roll finances.
$11.
I got an 8, but a +1 on the counter that I like eating cat litter.
So I did a little trick. I didn't tell you what I was doing. I was making that as an opposed roll because I wanted to not be the one who decides how this works. And I'm going to say that you know from your experience that the Crunch Donald's at this point is a pretty high-end place. It's definitely the kind where you get your food and then you pay after.
Oh, fancy Crunch Donalds.
This is going to be so good
Very
for my
fancy.
testing. I bet it's like the best Crunch Donald's, which is going to be really good. And yeah, it'll be
I've
good.
heard about these things. Crunch Donald's cafes. They're the
Yeah.
newest things.
Oh, do they also serve lattes?
You
You heard
betcha. You betcha Bippy they do.
What's a latte? I ain't heard of that.
Well, so this is what I've heard is they take the kit, you know, you got the kitty litter, right? And then they put it through some sort of filter and they get all the juices out.
Yeah.
And then they use that to make a drink and it's kind of frothy. And then what they do, and here's the best touch, is they take a little bit of kitty litter and sprinkle it right on top.
Magic.
That's revolutionary.
Frothy kitty litter's my favorite preparation of kitty litter.
Yeah.
So as you've been walking and talking, you suddenly notice that you're there. You're standing in the parking lot of Crunch Donald's.
Whoa.
You may enter.
Okay, so wait, what's the plan? Are we gonna eat and then fuck them up?
Are they gonna let Oreo come in with us, or I ain't been to
Well,
some.
we can hitch. I'll just hitch Oreo up to the pole outside. He'll be fine.
All right.
Hey, my Southern. He'll be
Yeah.
This This one has a play place. Can we play in it first before we rob?
I tell you
Yeah.
what, Tom, we've been hanging out for a couple hours now. We ain't even wrestled yet.
Yeah, I want to wrestle in the crunchy ball pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do that. I'm gonna have Merle. You're gonna make a wrestling check. Ronnie, you're gonna make a love check.
That's a 6.
I got a 9, -1 on the count of that I'm not good at love.
You guys don't wrestle. Whatever's happening in that ball pit, buddy, it ain't wrestling.
Oh my gosh. I'm over here just like, oh.
I tell you, I ain't wrestled like that before.
All these balls around us smell like piss.
Oh, that's the frothy kitty. Somebody must have spilt a kitty litter latte.
Oh.
Litter latte. That's what that is. So okay, while you two are wrestling, I can go make my. I can take I can put our orders in. What do y'all want? Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
Merle is cuddled up to Tom, just kind of snuggling on his shoulder. One of them lattes sounds real nice.
One latte? What about you, Tom?
Hold on, let me take Merle's finger out of my mouth. I'll get a filet of crunch.
Okay, filet crunch latte. I think I'm gonna get one of those quarter crunch Supremes.
I'll do one of them too. It sounds nice.
So I'll go over and order all the food.
Yeah. So as Skylar goes to order food, I noticed we have 2 bachelors in a ball pit who've just experienced something that maybe neither of them have ever experienced before. We don't know. Why don't we see what that conversation is like? You're alone. You're bachelors. You've been alone for a long time.
Tell you what, the wife don't like me much. She gonna like me a lot less when she finds out about you, sweetheart. She's just stroking Tom's hair.
Yeah, don't worry. Your wife and kids, they don't matter to me. I won't judge you for being an absentee father and an absentee husband. I just want to love you for who you are.
I think I want to love you back. But first, I ain't much for biology, but we ain't gonna have kids, right?
I mean, we can adopt kids if you want to.
No, hell no, no kids.
All right.
But maybe we could start a little business or something.
A kitty litter business?
I just want to make squill. That's all that makes me happy in the world.
And I just want to make kitty litter.
We can make kitty litter swill. And I think Skylar could be our liaison, our business person.
You say swill, and I say kitty litter. Let's call the whole thing off.
As you say this, Skylar comes back out of the restaurant, approaching the tables at the play place.
He said, call the whole thing off. I never
Hey,
felt
everybody,
like
I got
this.
your food here. Don't worry. All right, so here's your.
Stay out of this.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, was there a moment? Oh my God. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go sit over here, but I have everything that when you're done, just don't let it get cold. But
I changed my mind. I want the latte.
all right, here's the latte. All right.
I changed my mind. I want the swill.
I didn't get any swill, but do you want your fillet crunch?
Get on in this ball
Yeah.
pit.
Oh, I want the. Yeah. I'll take the Fleo Crunch.
All right, here you go. Here's your fillet crunch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in the ball pit
It smells real
because
nice. Come on.
it seems like.
It's very moist and musty in here. You can come in if you want.
Is there a slide? Because I think that I could probably go if there was a slide.
Yeah, there's a little slide over there
Oh,
right
yeah.
into the pit.
Oh, okay, great. So I'll walk up the stairs, then do one of those Tuttle slides, and then of course I'm like too big for it, and I get kind of stuck. Like you hear like skrrr, kunk. Like, can someone pull my feet, please? I'm a little stuck.
I got this here.
I'll turn the air off. Don't worry.
I'm gonna try to use the fishing rod to hook Skylar's foot and pull him out.
Ah, thank you so much. Woo, this is disgusting, but kind of fun. Also, why is it so humid down here? Why is everything wet?
Sorry, that's me.
We had a business proposition for you. Me and Tom here may or may not
I love
have just found
business.
love, but that's neither here nor there. We're thinking we could start our own business making kitty litter swill. It's a new thing.
Oh.
We're also going to be making a lot of love, but that's not your concern.
Oh, cute. There isn't really anything like that on the market now. I know that we've mostly done kitty litter for food and then the accoutrements. Did you know I own a bread shop and some jams? So, and I check my little money purse.
Oh, let's bring you in on this.
I think I could invest. I think I'm okay with this. I'd love to invest.
Yeah. Also, need I remind you that I'm very wealthy because I'm the GM of a kitty litter factory.
Yeah. So, Merle, I think you'll be well taken care of. Buy yourself a little sugar daddy.
I tell you what, before this, I ain't even had 2 pieces of kitty litter to rub together. Or catnip.
Great.
So everyone roll eating.
Eight.
9.
6.
You all have a perfectly moderate meal. The food's like good. It's like filling in a way that it like the amount shouldn't fill you that much, but it really does. But also you're still kind of hungry and want more of it. Tony, you almost choke. Merle, I'm sorry. You almost choke on your food, but luckily Tom is there to slap you on the back, and everything's fine. Yeah, you finish your meal here. You didn't even have to rob the joint. What do you do next? Is it time to go home? You've decided to invest in a new business, Skylar. You guys have found new love. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think. For me, I think the adventure seems to have ultimately found itself a lovely little conclusion. I think it would be fun to do like a short, 6 months later kind of moment where we just kind of catch up with you characters, see what's happening. Does that sound fun? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
6 months later, in the kitty litter factory, run by Tom Cruise. The 3 of you have met in Tom's office. you're all sharing kitty litter caviar. You take the mudfish fish eggs, you put it on the kitty litter. It's a delicacy. You eat it with a little cracker. Let's Skylar, let me see a finance roll.
And
You guys are in possession of an absolute fucking hit. The kitty litter swill is taking off, and you guys are all thinking about like what you're gonna do next. So let's see what that looks like. What are you guys talking about?
I think we should expand and create a couple kitty litter breweries.
I hear breweries are really in fashion, and I was thinking the same thing. Let's expand. Let's open up a new location. Ooh, you think that we... No, never mind. It's a poor idea. That sounds great.
No, tell us your idea, please.
Well, you know those dino people that we met? They liked swill, right? I know they don't really eat kitty litter, but maybe they would like our swill, even though there's kitty litter in it, and we could open the brewery close to them. You know, really expand our market.
I ain't no
I love
business,
that idea.
but I don't think they like the catnip. They don't trade in the same currencies as us.
Oh,
We got to find a workaround if that's gonna happen.
that's true.
I mean, we
Yes. Do you think they get a lot of travelers? Maybe there's people that travel through their community that do? No, actually, that doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, let's expand. We can figure out.
Crunch Donalds, but
How about we just... Sorry, keep going.
no, you go.
How about we just open one in their town and who gives a shit what they think?
Perfect.
Spoken like a true general manager.
That's my husband right there.
You guys got married?
Cut. You guys got married
Yeah.
in 6 months? I
Yeah,
love it.
we got married after 1 week.
In the ball pit.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We read our vows 3 feet under balls and
Oh.
we couldn't hear each other, but it was a very beautiful service.
I can't read, so I just kind of mumbled and looked at a piece of paper, but
I could tell, but I thought it was beautiful.
it's the gesture that counts, right?
Oh my God, that's a perfect pin in that wonderful story we've just told about finding yourself. You know, finding who you are through travel, through learning about new cultures, learning about seeing the world through new eyes, meeting new friends, and letting yourselves be open to new experience. I had a blast with you guys tonight. That was easily one of the weirdest games I've ever played in this game. We definitely should do this again soon.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
awesome.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Weston,
And
for
thank
for just, running the show here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
absolutely my pleasure. I'm very happy to have been able to do it with such good friends of mine, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I want to say to anybody watching, we really appreciate you being here with us, joining the adventure. Once we have a lot more folks in the chat, we're going to start taking suggestions from you that will influence the game. This is basically just a big, silly improv game, and that's ultimately why we're trying to do so much more of them. Because I think they're a lot of fun, not just to participate in, but I think they're probably fun to watch. I have fun when I watch them back. So tell your friends about us and tell them to come next time, which hopefully will be very soon. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a lovely evening, and take care of yourselves.